So, the communication model by Shannon and Weaver explains that when someone tries to send a message to another person, something can interfere with how that message is received. This interference is described as noise, which is the perfect word for it. It distracts the recipient's attention and distorts the meaning behind the message. This study was published in the 1940s, at a time when print, film, radio, and TV were the main mediums of communication. If these four were described as noise back then in our current times the noise is even louder. The advancement of modern technology such as mobile phones, the internet, and social media, to name a few. It means that when you do get your audience's attention, your design materials must navigate through the noise to deliver its intended message fast. But how does that message sound? How does it look like? Well, in this video, we will cover how you can structure that message, and it all starts with the design brief. The design brief tells you a few key things: why the design is needed, who is asking for the design, what the design needs to say, where the design will be displayed, and who needs to hear the message on the design. All of this information guides your decisions, and one of those first decisions is choosing the right canvas. Think carefully about where your designs will be displayed and choose your canvas appropriately. The reason is, if you don't know where your designs will appear, you may end up creating materials that do not fit the platforms displaying them. This can lead to designs being stretched, cut off, or looking unprofessional. Once you've sorted out your canvas, it's time to work out what the message actually is and how you want to say it. Here's a simple sentence structure you can use. This entity is doing this thing on this date, at this place, at this time, and here's what you can do about it. Every flyer has an element of this, and any of these 5 elements can take priority in your messaging. Here are some examples of it. You might want to prioritize the venue in your messaging because the venue is iconic. For example, if an event is happening at the Royal Albert Hall, the flyer doesn't just say something exciting is happening. It also suggests indirectly that if such an iconic venue is hosting it, then the event must be special and therefore you need to be there. Moving on, it may be that the emphasis is on the entity behind the event. That is why directors, studios, and producers always put their names on movies. Because we know them and we've seen their work, their reputation then becomes a selling point. And finally, sometimes the date itself is the most important part, like the 4th of July. The moment you see it, you know it's significant. So, have you looked at your brief? Do you know what needs to be emphasized? Great. Now let's talk about layout. Once you know what to say and how you want to say it, go back to your brief and decide which part of the sentence needs the most emphasis. And then, using visual hierarchy, arrange your elements so that the message is clear. Shapes, grids, and lines can guide the eye and structure the information. Now that you know what you want to say and how your design will communicate it, it's time to amplify your message with visual elements aligned to the brief. This is the stage where you can really have fun, and it's where you can start to see your finished design with the help of the visual elements. And to learn about design elements, click on this video. Thanks for watching and have a great day.